So here's a demo of the board game Welcome to Your Perfect Home that I made in LabVIEW. I wanted to play this remotely with some friends and didn't feel like using my phone to broadcast my table, so I built the game in LabVIEW. It's a pretty simple program. There's not too many sub-VIs, and two type defs you can see in the project. Built this in LabVIEW 2019. I'm not going to go over all the rules of the game, but I'll explain enough to make what you're seeing make sense. So before you run the program, there's a bunch of spots for images, and that's going to be the kind of main driving part of the game. I grabbed images from the actual game. So you see here just kind of logo of the game. There's a reference card when you're playing, so that's shown down here. There's 9 cards on the right, and then there's some buttons and controls. In this game, there's 3 scoring rules that each time you play, you randomly draw some scoring rules. So if I start a new game, you'll see these scoring rules at the top change, and they'll stay the same the whole game. There are also advanced rules. If you check the advanced rules box and restart, you'll sometimes get some with the asterisk, indicating that's an advanced rule. And the first person to score each of these rules or scoring objectives gets the larger number, and everyone else will get the smaller number. So to indicate that if you click anywhere on the rule, you get a little red X, which isn't really aligned because the pictures are not perfectly aligned, but it gives you the idea. And those obviously clear if you start a new game. So this is a flip and write style game. So you have 3 stacks of cards, and you're going to flip them over. And so you can see on each one side of each card has a number, and the other side has a icon or symbol. And the symbol tells you what you can do with that number, and then the number is what you write down on your score sheet, which is not shown here. You would do it either on paper, or I think they have an app as well. Now you can do scoring. This is really just the drawing cards part of the game that you would do a screen share while playing. So you can see each card on the numbered face shows what symbol is coming next. So when I draw the next set of cards, I'll get a greenery, and a fence card. So if I draw, you'll see green, green, fence. Next will be green, construction, green. You can see that there. So it gives you a preview of what's coming in the game. There is a button for seeing the history, so that you can look back at what the previous round was, and view that there. Let's see what else. You'll see there's the size of the draw deck and the size of the discard pile. When you draw to the end of the deck, if warn on shuffle is checked, then when you get to the deck, it will warn you that it's about to draw or it's about to reshuffle. So you can either reshuffle and draw or wait. Obviously, the history is going to clear out once you shuffle, as it would in real life. So if you needed to see the history for any reason, that's the time to do it. And as long as you hit wait, it won't do it. And if you uncheck that, it'll just shuffle and draw new cards automatically. There's also you can check the history is cleared. There's no history to show. There's also a rule in the game. The first time someone scores each of these objectives, they have the option to reshuffle all the cards. So there's a button for that. So if you draw a couple times, you can see the draw deck is now down to 51. You can reshuffle and redraw. And now it is back to a draw deck of 75. There's a few keyboard shortcuts. So if you hit enter to draw, if you don't want to click, escape will also quit. There's a warning on quit. Obviously, you're going to lose your game, so you can keep playing. You can click quit, or you can just close the window, and that'll also quit out. I think those are pretty much all the features of the game. And yeah, in a separate video, I'll look at the code. It's a pretty simple state machine, but yeah, wanted to demo that. I also wanted to demo the executable. So I compiled this into a standalone program. If you have the LabVIEW 2019 runtime engine, you can run it. You can also run the installer, which will install the runtime engine. If you trust either of these, I don't know that I would, but so if you run the executable, it opens the program in a new window. I also made a version with not trademarked assets, just just in case. So same game, but the rules are visual, and hand drew the cards. So you can see they're just not trademarked assets. So yeah, that's the only main difference there.